Alright, bro, we gotta talk. We gotta talk about this. 1x, 2-time, Chance, Elliot, those four haunt me. Now, what do I hate so much about these characters? These characters are the definition of meta. These four are just straight meta, man. You will never see a meta until these four characters get nerfed or they're not being used. And keep in mind, I have nothing wrong with a character being in the meta, but I hate a character being in the meta because it's so overwhelmingly stronger than the rest. I also don't care if everyone's using them, but if it's just boring, stale gameplay, I hate it. Now, I'm a person without bias, so it might shock some of you guys that the 1x main is complaining about 1x, okay? I hate 1x. I actually hate him. Nah, actually, I love him. But, like, balance-wise, 1x is such a bad state. Listen, if you want to fight pros, if you want to win, go 1x. You want to wipe servers and kill everyone in record times with 5 minutes on the clock? Go 1x. You want to snipe someone from across the map and do 40 damage? Go 1x. Just go 1x. You want to have a pretty decent LMS? Go 1x. A really good review? 1x literally has everything, even the best M1. Bro, we need some massive changes. And the recent buffs to 1x were just so overkill. Now, that said, though, recently 1x did get a nerf to the end lag, and I did check it out a little bit, and to be honest, like, it's really not that big of a nerf. Now, like, yes, it's a good nerf. I'm very happy that 1x did get a nerf, but I wouldn't be surprised seeing 1x still be the best killer, and it probably is still the best killer. Now, I'm saying I have a problem with this guy, and he's OP, and for a lot of you people, I don't need to explain, but just in case you're out of the loop, 1x has the best damaging options, really easy to land abilities, the base chase starters, and it counters looping so well with these amazing reveals. But 1x is just such a good powerhouse, and unlike some characters that are a powerhouse like John Doe, who have massive counters like Chance, 1x is extremely low cooldowns, and just being able to recover so fast from bad positions makes it so it doesn't even matter half the time. For the love of God, bro, please make 1x a ranged killer, like an actual ranged killer. What do I mean by that? Maybe buff or keep his projectiles the way they are, and then nerf the hell out of his M1. This should be worse than Noli's M1, which is arguably, or not really arguably, the worst M1 in the game. It should be like that, bro. The M1 should be viable, but it shouldn't be as nearly viable as it is now. You should be using your abilities as your main win condition, not entanglement, then just M1ing them to death. You know what I mean? Before we move on to the next character 2-time, I already know there's going to be some idiots saying, just dodge 1x's projectiles, and they've never fought a good 1x, I'll just, you know, predict them and win 50-50s, because that's literally what you do in 1x, because I do that all the time, but whatever, bro, please, just think. Anyways, for the next character, 2-time, bro. No, everyone saw this one coming. 2-time needs such a big nerf to ablation, backstab. I think, honestly, everything. First off, ablation should be nerfed, so you need 3 backstabs or 4 front stabs. Second off, there's no reason that you get no time for killing 2-time when they don't have when they do have second life. There's literally no reason. I mean, you just become unpunishable and you can do whatever you want if you're on low time. If you are pressed for time as killer and there's a 2-time in front of your face, you quite literally just have to ignore them. And I think that's just stupid and it's unhealthy. Like, why should you have to do that? Make it so you get 15 seconds for the first life and the 15 seconds for the second life. So it's still OP of an ability getting your second life, but now you still have to play smart or you're going to give the killer some time. And I know people are going to say that I'm complaining about 2-time because it's ridiculous quote-unquote backstabs and janky hitboxes, which is very partially so the issue, but it's more so the fact that even without these crazy trick stabs and bugs, 2-time is still really good. Just on maps with a lot of corners where your teammates coordinate it and they'll loop around the same spots, it's just so much pressure. You have to constantly be looking around, and which isn't bad at all, but on top of the fact that, yes, the hitbox is horrible, so that even if you do notice them, sometimes you just straight up get backstabbed. It's really annoying. And like I said, that pressure. For example, if you're doing an ability, you can't do an ability for it. You have to turn around and you might waste that ability. Now, I feel like 2-time and guests are pretty similar right now, and I'll explain how. And the main reason being that, well, both of them are high risk, high reward. Intentionally supposed to, except the fact that 2-time is not. Guest is high risk, as if you miss a block, you're gonna get punished for 1 billion damage. 2-time, the only high risk is just having low HP. Getting punished is extremely hard missing if you just correctly stab or stab the killer under that low stamina. You literally can't do anything. Don't even get me started about jumping over spikes or stabbing through walls, because those are just straight up stupid too, but man, I digress. Alright, the next one is Chance, bro. I don't see enough people talking about Chance. I have been saying since I started Forsaken, since before I was a YouTuber, I think 5 months ago I made my first forum on why Chance is OP, S tier, and why he should be nerfed. Chance can have the best HP in the game. Chance has the best stun in the game. Chance has everything. Chance counters every single killer in one way or another. Jason, shoot him after Raging Pace and lag, or just straight up shoot him because it's Jason. 1x, shoot him during any ability besides entanglement, but since nerf you might be able to shoot during entanglement and they can't move out of it. John Doe is probably the biggest counter. Shoot John Doe during spikes. Noli, shoot Noli after the end lag, avoid rush, or you can just shoot Noli when they use Observant to cancel out their teleport, which is like one of their main ways of ESP and damage, or you can just straight up shoot them when they use Nova. Oh, also, the walk speed override and lag, you could shoot Cool Kid through that too. Now, I hear the main argument saying why Chance isn't OP, and these are the main arguments: weakness and luck. Okay, first off, the luck really isn't that bad. It's a 5% chance to not have your gun blow up in your face, and if it misfires, it's not all that bad, unless your teammate needs it. That's still a 90% chance you have the best on the game. Now the HP reroll. The biggest reason people suck at rerolling HP and they complain that it takes so long is because 1, they're spending all their time rerolling HP, 2, they're using 3 coins, and 3, they won't just shoot the killer, reroll later, shoot the killer, reroll again, and just keep doing that. Instead, they want to set up and get 120 HP before they even interact with the killer, which is just not how you should play Sentinels like that. Now, another big argument I see defending Chance being so strong is that, well, his setup time is so long. Yo, have you guys played Chance? You need 3 coins, bro. It doesn't even take 15 seconds. That's with under average luck, keep in mind. So I am lowballing it. It takes 15 seconds to get the best on the game, bro. It's that good. And no. You don't even want to know what I'm about to talk about. That would be wallbanging. Wallbanging is the most flawed and dumb mechanic in this game. And don't even say it's a bug, not a mechanic, because let me ask you a few questions. Has the bug been out for a month? Yes. Is it bannable? No. Therefore, I count it as a feature at this point. At this point, it's a feature. It's been in the game for so long, people aren't getting banned for this quote-unquote bug. There's no reason that it should be considered a bug at this point, because it's just gonna stay here forever. At this point, it's gonna be in the game forever, bro. Even the developers acknowledge it. It's so stupid. Not to mention, for as long as it's in the game, everyone's gonna just keep abusing it. So why not count it? Now, that said, I hate wallbanging with a passion. It is so annoying. Not only is it impossible to counter, it's just unplayable when you're playing John Doe. If there's 2 competent Chance mains that will cycle their gunshots with your spikes, good luck playing John Doe, bro, because it's not happening. It's not happening. It's brain dead. That's what I say. I think they just need to nerf Chance and nerf either their stun or their HP. They shouldn't be such a powerhouse with so much HP. Cap the max reroll to something like 100 HP, so they're on the weaker side and they're more of a glass cannon than just a glorified better stunner than any other Sentinel. Moving on to our last survivor, and probably the most surprising one because I haven't really talked about him much, and not many do, and it's Elliot, bro. Elliot is busted OP. What's OP about Elliot? The pizza? Nah, I mean the pizza's good, but like, is it OP? I wouldn't say it's OP. Rush hour. Rush hour is stupid. Rush hour is beyond. I want to just gouge my eyeballs out whenever I see someone use rush hour, because it is just mechanically the dumbest thing ever. Having an at-demand speed boost that you can use at your leisure is the dumbest get-out-of-free jail card they could have ever played in this game, bro. There is no reason I should full box someone with John Doe spikes. They are literally full box trapped because they're poor positioning, and then boom, just rush hour out. That has happened to be so many times, and I'm not just talking about John Doe, bro. Any killer, you get close to it, Elliot, boom, rush hour away. And it's not like this is a one-time thing with a very high cooldown, bro. Heal someone and boom, you basically have it back. It's like 35 or 40 second cooldown. Now, I'm not saying there should be no sense of rush hour, but rush hour needs a huge nerf slash rework. And my idea is this, in that you'll get more speed depending on if there's a low survivor near you. So let's say within 80 studs, if there's someone 40 HP or lower, you get speed 3, 60 HP or lower, speed 2, 80 HP or lower, speed 1. Actually, I got it wrong. Shift the damage numbers all 20 down, so it's 20 for speed 3 and then 40 for speed 2. You know what I mean. Doing this would not only incentivize Elliots to use it to heal their teammates instead of just use it for looping, which is what literally everyone who's smart does, and that's not how you're supposed to play Elliot fundamentally, even though it's the best way to play him. It would just straight up nerf the proficiency of Rush Hour, especially in LMS only getting speed 1. It would still be good, don't get me wrong. Speed 1 is still pretty damn powerful, even if it's in such a small burst. But if you're having it for basically nothing except, I don't know, having less HP, if you can even consider that, Khan, even though, you know, he gets the best team in the game, I don't think a support needs this much survivability. Like, straight up, Elliot has one of the best survivabilities in the game. In fact, I would say it's even more than something like Shaletsky or Guest. Guest is pushing it, but you know what I mean. Elliot's unfair, bro. That rush hour is just stupid. I hate it so much. 2 times unfair. The backstabs and mainly ablation is very stupid. Chance is unfair. Why can I get wallping from across the map and cancel my abilities and potentially stun me if you're up close? Before with Chance, which I forgot to mention, the counterplay was that you can see their gunshot and reactively move out the way. Except now you can't, because you can't even see them, because you're gonna shoot through walls. Oh my god. 1x, nerf them all, bro, please. There's the same stale meta, and it's not like I'm complaining that I'm getting destroyed. I'm complaining that it's getting boring playing the same characters, bro. But that's just what I think. That's my rant. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. It's pretty promising that 1x got nerfed, and man, I'm really hoping these survivors also get nerfed. It is hard to balance both the pro and casual players, and I can see they're tending to the casual players more, but still, I wish we can get some better balance changes.